I don't even know where to begin. Hey guys, my name is Heather. If you're new here, welcome. We're at the end of the second trimester with these twinnies. I'm having Di twins, a boy and a girl, and I'm here to give you some insight into this second trimester. I'm not going to dive into the nitty-gritty of this whole trimester. I have a mini video at this point of things that have happened that you can catch up on if you are curious. Long story short, I'll give you the brief synopsis here. So your second trimester is weeks 13 through 27, which I feel like it's gone by really fast, but week 13, that's when I announced I was pregnant. Like, I've only been talking to you guys during my second trimester, which feels like 5 ever. It was, though, at the very end of week 18, I did my growth scan, and they noticed a couple things, that the babies were looking a little small, like baby girl was in the 4th percentile, so that's very small, and then baby boy was in the 24th percentile, and they also noticed that my cervix was really short. So they had me come back each week for a couple weeks, and by week 21, so like a 3-week window, my cervix went from, it's supposed to be normally 4 centimeters. Mine started at week 18 at 2.5 centimeters and it went down to 0.6 centimeters. So they put in a cerclage during week 21. I had surgery. That has been fine ever since. But then I went in during week 22, the following week, for an updated growth scan, and baby's growths had severely dropped. Baby girl had gone below the 1 percentile, baby boy down to the 12th percentile, so they were diagnosed with severe IUGR, and then they had us meet with a neonatal specialist to talk about their viability and how they might not make it, what decisions we need to make if one can make it, but what, like, if one can't. So then we had to wait another 3 weeks to do another growth scan, and during that time I went on like a bed rest, drank 2 protein shakes a day. I'm still drinking 2 protein shakes a day. Took a medical leave from work for a couple weeks, and baby girl went up from under the 1st percentile to the 2nd percentile, and then baby boy went from 12th percentile to 22nd percentile. So that's where we're at right now. We will do an updated growth scan once again in 2 weeks. At this point, I'm going in every week to my maternal fetal medicine high risk OB because they're monitoring the blood flow for baby girl specifically. So that's where we're at right now. It has been a real whirlwind. Back in the beginning of this trimester, I was doing some of these updates. I have like this list of questions that I was going through. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to talk about things I haven't been talking about for the last 10 weeks because all this other craziness has been going on. So let's dive into these burning questions from my second trimester. Weight gain. I have gained about 18 to 20 depending on the day. I would hope for that. We're trying to get these babies to grow, which means I have to grow. I read somewhere that with a singleton baby at this point, you have produced an extra 9 liters of blood, which is insane. But I also believe that because my pulse is so strong. Like, if I just lay down, I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. I can feel my heartbeat like in between my fingers. There's so much blood in my body. My doctor said she is hoping / thinking I will gain between 35 and 50 total, depending on how long I carry this pregnancy. So that's still a ways to go. I think it's all belly and blood, but we're doing good. We're feeling fine. Maternity clothes. Yeah, no, we're only doing maternity pants for sure at this point. 1 pair of maternity jeans, and then a pair of maternity leggings, and then a pair of my Lululemon Align leggings. I just wear the same size that I wore pre-preg. We rotate those 3 pair, and then have 2 of these maternity tank tops that I wear with just like a normal jacket or sweater. That's pretty much my go-to. Stretch marks. No stretch marks. I'm not genetically prone to stretch marks. So, I mean, if I carry these babies to the very end, I would be really surprised if I don't get a couple. Granted, they are little babies. We'll see, but so far, so good. How am I sleeping? Well, not great. Definitely uncomfy. I'm just like all over the place and trying to prop pillows. It's a whole thing. Not to mention the bathroom breaks of it all. Like, how come all my organs get moved out of the way, but the bladder has to go down beneath these babies? Are you kidding me? Do I miss anything? I guess I could get deep here. I guess like missing some joy. This second trimester has just taken me by storm. We definitely dipped mental health after week 22. And I'm feeling okay. I'm back up now, week 27. There's just been so many things to stress about, and then at the same time being told do whatever you can not to stress. My doctors were telling me now that back at week 22, 23, they really were not confident that these babies were gonna make it. Like, we were really on the cusp of like, they're barely hanging on there. And while there were some small things I was able to do, we have no doubt that God's the only one who can keep these babies in there for as long as they stay in there. Like, it's according to his plan. So we find peace in that, of course, and we're grateful for all the prayers, and we pray for them all the time. I'm human, so it's just a constant stress, which is just, it is what it is, which is understandable. I know I've mentioned this before in videos that this pregnancy just is going every which way that I didn't think it would go, but as I reflect on the second trimester, there's things like we were gonna go away on a baby moon weekend, which we canceled, and then we were gonna have this like big baby shower, which we canceled. Because we canceled the baby moon though, we are having a small little shower in a week, so that's nice that I do get to experience that at least. I can't even go for a walk. Like, my big exciting adventure is walking to the mailbox maybe once a day. The whole second trimester, like, have all this energy, get all this stuff done, prepare for the baby. Like, I have been bedridden, couch ridden, and I probably will be. I will be till the end of this pregnancy, because like, at what cost do I need to go run errands when my babies and myself are so fragile? I want my water to break because I needed to do a lap around Target. No. I just miss what I thought a normal second trimester would be. But all that to say, I'm just so grateful that these babies are still in here, still kicking, which brings me to kicks or movements a ton. So up to this week, this whole time, baby boy has been breech, but he flipped. He's my lower baby, and then baby girl is like literally up here, like in my ribs, and it's called transverse. She's like across my belly. So I feel her all the live long day. I think because the skin here is like thinner or tighter. She kicks like crazy. Honestly, it is like a bounce house in here. I felt him have the hiccups one time, but not since, and I haven't felt her hiccup at all. Okay, do I have any food cravings? I really haven't had anything wild this whole time. The one weird thing though is before I was pregnant, I didn't drink milk, like cow's milk. I would just have almond milk if I needed a substitute. I'm not lactose intolerant. I can have like cheese and butter and stuff, but milk would give me an upset stomach specifically. I think I just had a bowl of cereal one night being pregnant. I'm like, my stomach feels totally fine. And ever since then, I crave a cold glass of milk. It doesn't upset my stomach at all. So that one's weird. I didn't see that one coming. I'm really curious if that sticks around after pregnancy or if I go back to having milk upset my stomach. And then, is anything making me queasy or sick? Still, like, I've had no nausea or anything this whole pregnancy, which is so crazy to me. I mean, the only one weird thing is I used to be a gum fiend. Like, I would always pop a piece of gum in my mouth. I have not wanted to do that like one time since being pregnant. Okay, any labor signs? Thankfully not yet. Pregnancy symptoms. I haven't had swelling. I haven't had heartburn, but I also haven't had like pregnancy hair growth. I mean, like, this is not all my hair, people, come on. Didn't get that fun perk. I also have some brain fog. Nothing crazy, like I'm not putting the remote in the fridge type of a thing, but in a meeting at work, like for the life of me, I won't be able to think of a word or phrase and I feel like an idiot. Whatever. Is my belly button in or out? Well, if you recall back to one of my other check-ins, I said I don't think at any point my belly button's gonna pop because that thing is deep, and it has not popped yet, but the top of it definitely is popping out a tiny bit. We've got a little bit of poppage. Okay, happy or moody? I think in general I'm a positive person, and I think I've been more happy than moody. I mean, I think I've been justified in being sad and even depressed for a few weeks. So I think all things considered, I've been as good as I possibly could be. Oh, one other weird symptom is I feel like my voice has changed. It gets really cracky. It's a lot more crackly. I don't know. I feel like that is also something that I've experienced. And finally, what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to 2 days from now when I'm officially in week 28. Then the next big one is week 32, which feels so far away still. So just looking forward to each and every day that these babies stay in. 1 day in me is 2 days in NICU. So every day that we can keep them in is great. I'm just really excited to see what they look like. I'm excited to see what their personalities look like how similar or different they are. We try to guess which one we think is gonna be more hyper and like which one will be more relaxed based on how much they move inside me. First it was the boy that was gonna be crazy, but lately it's little girl. She is a party animal in here, so lots of things to look forward to. It's more like big picture things, I feel like, after getting through what we've gotten through. Let me show you my bump at the end of second trimester. Okay, here is bump from the front. So we definitely are pregnant. I mean, I don't feel huge. That is my second trimester in review. I am trying to keep my Instagram updated frequently. Now that I'm going in every week, you know, nothing crazy has been happening so far, so I feel like it doesn't warrant an actual YouTube update every week. But I am updating on my Instagram. I have some fun videos coming out too really soon, like our nursery and my hospital bag, things like that. I gotta be prepared early because we don't know when they're going to arrive. But thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.